Hello, boys and girls of the entire planet Earth. If you are new to this channel, get the fuck out. I'm just kidding, everyone. If you're new to this Mr. Miyagi's World Misadventures, then you are welcome to stay as long as you would like. But today, we're going to be freeing this GeForce GTX 1080. Not TI version. This is not the TI version. Remember, I'm a little bit too poor. I'm actually part Jewish, which is another reason why I can't afford it. Now, you may be asking yourself if you are familiar with this unboxing series, or Emancipation series as it might be. You might be familiar with my purchasing of a multiplicity of graphics cards, including but not limited to a 1050 Ti and a 980. Now, I bought a 950 before, but that thing is useless. So I got rid of it and got myself a 1050 Ti, went to Pascal architecture and went right back to Maxwell. There's an ant on me. Ew. Bitch. And went right back to Maxwell architecture once I got the 980. Now, the reason why I bought this specific one right here, which is extremely ugly and not actually what I purchased at all, I'm still going to do an unboxing on it. The reason why I bought this one right here is because I intended to resell this son of a bitch, because I got it for very cheap. Thanks, eBay. Now, when I went to the post office, I was expecting a Founders Edition card. Actually, first of all, I was expecting adequate packaging. No. The packaging was the graphics card box. There was no other packaging. This was it. The label's right here. They didn't even bother packing it up in any box of any kind. I recently sold my 1050 Ti on the great website of eBay, and I made sure to pack a bunch of loose leaf paper in there, or somewhat construction paper, so that it would hold it in place within a cardboard box. And that's a 1050 Ti. This is a 1080. Okay, much more expensive, much more ludicrous. And they just give me this. Ugh. Needless to say, I'm a little bit flabbergasted. Because when I enter the post office and I tell the man, where the hell is my package? He just looks at me and says, I don't know who the fuck you are. And then he proceeds to hand me the package. And the first thing I see is that, no cardboard box. And then I see, a gigabyte card. Well, I don't remember ordering a gigabyte card. And I walk out of the post office with this in my hand, just walking right out. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember buying this. Well, now we're here. And we're going to unbox it because we have nothing else to do except unbox it as I eat my Greek yogurt with banana. I put this thing here so that you can't see the addresses of either recipient. Right, let's get right into it. Enough chitter chat. I'm trying to get right into this piece of shit. Here we go. It just kind of slides right out. Shebang. This is the most garbage box I have ever laid my eyes on. This is even worse than the 980 box. This is just like a piece of paper. Like, what the hell, man? And if we look here, it says gigabyte. It says gigabyte because that's how much I have left on my hard drive. Just one. Not 20. Just one. When we open up this little sucker here, we get a nice little box. A second box. It's actual child box. I think the box was pregnant because it releases this other box. It says the exact same thing. And it has you know what? We'll actually unbox this first. Let's open up our unborn child. A piece of paper. A CD that was not inside the piece of paper. A graphics card quick guide manual of how to install the easiest component of a computer. Shebang. Shaboom. Just zippity doo dah. Just pack that right up and throw that over there because that's useless. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of what I, again, didn't purchase. Listen, I'm not naming names, but when you advertise your card as being seemingly a Founders Edition card, or even worse yet, you don't specify who the manufacturer is, don't be surprised if your customer's not very happy. Here we go. I feel like I'm really far away from the camera, but that's no problem. Before we get to the card, here's the rest of the box. This is what you get when you order a Gigabyte card. You get this piece of black foam that you can eat if you're really hungry. And then you can put it right back, and it's really hard to close, so I'm not going to. Okay, let's take a look at this abomination. I brought pipe cleaners just in case it has a whole lot of disgusting dust and human pubic hair, as opposed to guinea pig pubic hair. So this is the graphics card. Right here. This is the card. Okay? This is what a 1080 looks like if you wrote 2005 and Pontiac Aztec all over it. This is exactly what it would look like. 3 shit little fans. Some really flimsy plastic that I feel was just made in a Chinese sweatshop. Wait. A strangely greasy backplate. I don't know who touched this, but man, you gotta clean the Cheeto dust off your fingers before you pack this thing up, my boy. I mean, this thing is greasy as hell. This thing is greasier than a middle schooler's hair. This is disgusting. Like, there's so much grease on this. Looks like they lathered Vaseline all over this puppy. The back plate, it's about as thin as unleavened bread. You could probably eat that shit. I am Jewish, so here we go. I'm not actually Jewish. Maybe I am. And so this is the back of the card, and it has again the bold Gigabyte logo plastered right on there. So at least they give you a back plate. That's pretty cool. If you look at this side, this is where the real magic happens. And the reason why I call it magic is because when you install this in your graphics card, when you install this in your computer, you won't have to see this ugly face. And that to me is magic. Because this side of the graphics card is just so ugly, hideous, and just completely unreasonable that I have to really wonder what were they thinking when they were designing this card. What were they thinking? I mean, listen. I thought I ordered a Founders Edition card, and then this hideous bastard of a child comes into the mail. And I don't really know what to do. The redeeming factor is I cannot complain too much because it is supposedly better than the Founders Edition card. And also because it has 3 hideous fans that spin a lot cooler and cool the thing up so that it doesn't blow up like my 980. The people who manufacture graphics cards have no idea what they are doing because nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for what the hell this is. Nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for these fucking eyebrows. These look like look, I don't have eyebrows. I think Gigabyte took my eyebrows and put them on their fucking graphics card. Wait, why? Why would you do that? And then you have like the MSI cards, which are just like symbols of communism. It's just, no, stop it. This is why EVGA is the best at making these third-party cards or whatever you call them. I forgot what the name of it is, so I'll just call it that. They truly are the best because they don't fuck around with the color schemes. They don't go, oh, let's add some fucking orange, red, fucking green, yeah, this shit. Alright, stop it. Stop taking inspiration from the voodoo that came out 20 fucking years ago. It's time to reinvent this. Stop. It's more labor to do all of this, and it costs more to add the paint than if you granted, you're probably saving a lot on this shitty plastic, but it's just pointless. It's so pointless, and it's so ugly. Another thing about this that isn't as good as my 980 is the fact that it has no lights at all whatsoever, despite this being a far, far more expensive card, even though this one cost me less than my 980 when I purchased it, which was also on eBay. Again, I can't really complain. I really cannot complain. Between MSI and Gigabyte, which I would say are the two worst culprits in terms of design in their graphics cards, I honestly cannot make my mind up on who is worse. You have MSI with their bloody red cards, which are unfathomably ugly, and then you have Gigabyte, which, you know, the color red is a very bold color. Okay, so it's like, you know what? That color is visible in a lot of gaming systems. Red is a color that is used often in gaming PCs. You don't see orange PCs. You don't see orange lights in pre-built PCs. Okay, pause right there. I would just like to add how absolutely horrendous some of these PCs actually are, despite being categorized as gaming desktops. The first one has a GT 1030, which exactly doesn't even have GTX. It's a GT, okay? It's a piece of shit, and they sell this computer for $450. The other one, which is the HP Omen, has a GTX 1080, although it is priced at $1,919. And then our third one has a GT 1030 again, with a 2 GB graphics card for $549. And it just pretty much goes on like that. These are all absolutely terrible options, and if you ever buy this, I am very, very sorry for you. Our last one had a GT 710 1 GB graphic card. It doesn't even finish off with graphics card, it just says graphic, and that's it. My pre-built PC, which is not pre-built at all anymore, came with red lights. It did not come with orange lights, it came with red. By that same logic, I would have to say that Gigabyte seriously takes the cake for worst design choices of all time. Archaeologists are going to dig this up in 100 years and think that this was human feces, that this was like a turd. They're gonna look at my 980 that's buried in the sand, and they're gonna think, oh my god, this was a relic. This is a piece of work, and a masterpiece. Mwah. They're not gonna be saying that about this. I think I've taken a shit enough on this card. So the actual difference is that between my 980 and the 1080, seem to be, well, obviously this is faster, okay, and this is faster in the Founders Edition, which is why I can't complain, even though that's all I've done for the past few minutes. And well, it takes less power, it's more efficient, it has DVI-D, which I might be and it's got them 3 fans. That is only a comparison between this one and my 980, which is a blower style, but far, far, far light years prettier. It also has these little ports here. I don't know exactly. I feel like this is like an SLI bridge or something like that, but I'm really not too sure because I'm not exactly a PC building enthusiast of all sorts. It does, however, have a nice heatsink, or a double heatsink, it seems, extending outwards, and you can see the little copper heat pipes in there. Very cool. Very interesting design. The fans are strangely small, like very small, like here's Greek yogurt for scale. It's pretty small. This is like double the performance of a 980, and that is pretty crazy. I didn't intend to use it. Like I said, I intended to resell it for more money, and I don't think that's gonna happen because, to be honest, I don't want to get killed on Craigslist. I already had some people message me, and like, they're all scammers. Like, they all want to kill me. They all ask me if the check has been deposited. I'm like, no, you fucking jerk off. I'm not going to deposit your cashier check, and then you ask me for a refund because you sent too much money, and then me find out that it's a fake check, and then me finding out that I actually just lost money and gave away my card and now I'm gay. One of the people that messaged me seeking to buy the card told me that they sent me a check for $9,000 and $980. This is a graphics card. This is not a used car. This you can't. You see how I can't drive this anywhere? I can't drive the graphics card anywhere. This isn't gonna do you any good. This will play you fucking Battlefield at 110 frames. It won't do you much better than that, pal. I don't know why you're telling me that you sent me $9,900 in a check. You haven't even seen the product, asshole. If you're watching this video, why are you sending me $9,000? You've never seen the graphics card. All you saw was a listing on Craigslist. On Craigslist. And I was charging $700 for this. Supposedly new. And you don't even question the price? You're just like, yeah, that sounds good to me. No, you're a fucking scammer, man. There are many people who would like to kill me for my 1080 which is hideous enough. I don't know why anybody would actually murder for this device. One such conversation went like this. Hello, this is Mark Allen. My other Fane. Go damage again, so he is my new phone number here. Now, has the check being deposited now? I reply with, oh, you phone go boom boom? He messages back, check deposited? And I reply again with, I'm not sure. I got another by the name of Alan Mark, so I decided to deposit that one. The check is amounted $998.0. Check deposited? And I tell him, well, the card costs $700. And he writes back, reason for having such excess amount is to cover the shipping fee, and I actually have some other item bought at other end and needs to picked up by the same mover. Kindly have the check deposited and write me back as soon as you have it done and have the fund available at hand so we can schedule pickup ASAP. And I wrote back, so if you wrote me a check for the price of a combo number 4, then you're certainly not getting the graphics card botch. Let me know when the check is deposited. How much is the check written for again, Dick? The check is amputated $9,980, and reason for having such a... And then he writes the same message again. And I tell him, the check is fake. Send me a real one, Cholo. Apparently, this same guy wrote me from multiple numbers, which is how you know it's a scam. And one day when I was waking up at 12:17 p.m., as you do, I wrote him, there is no check, you fucking Dumbledore. He replies with, alright, keep me posted when the check has been deposited and cash out availability. So there goes it. That's why I'm keeping this ugly card, because I would like to not be killed through the wonderful application of Craigslist, which has zero security for your well-being, health, or any other thing that amounts to your existence in full. So yes, I will keep this abomination. I will put it in my graphics card, or in my computer, and I will play Battlefield on 1080p quality at 110 frames. That's all I really have for you guys today. If you like this video, God, please just kill yourself. And, well, come back for more, because we have many more that are coming up. So, see you later, Banjo Boners. That tastes good.